Okay, so basically I changed my crank position sensor multiple times. Found one from O'Reilly that worked. I think it's standard, and it actually fires up with it in. And I got a Mopar one. It wouldn't even work. Brand new from Mopar. And so I figured it was intermittently cutting out when it got hot from the one from O'Reilly. It was a standard. So whenever it would get hot, the operating temperatures, my fan would kick on. I have 3 fans, but so right when that would kick on, I would lose my signal and it would shut the car off. So I thought it was the sensor. Well, come to find out that the white and black one, I believe it's your signal, your 5-volt signal, basically gets hot and it comes down. I pulled the little cap off and pushed it up. It was all the way down like that. It wasn't even barely touching. So when I pulled that cap out, it was way down. So I basically pushed it back up. Anyways, so you basically push that one back up, and then you'll shove this red clip back in to lock it in. And I'm pretty sure if you're losing your spark when it's warming up, it's most likely that signal wire or the ground or one of those wires are moving inside this connector, because I changed multiple ones and it wasn't working, only a hit and miss, and it was all because I was pushing in that wire when I was connecting it, obviously. But you might want to try that if you're having this issue with the crank position sensor not getting its 5 volts on and off from the signal wire. That's the white and black one. Most likely your sensor's fine. And the way to kind of test it is I plug the sensor in. One second. So here's the brand new Mopar. Okay, it's a brand new Mopar. I was connecting it up and I wasn't getting nothing. Well, then I tested it. I started it with the old one back in it, and it cut out once my fans kicked on. And so I, for the most part, wiggled those wires because a buddy of mine had done it prior to, and it did something with the solenoids, like they were kicking on and off the fuel pump relay and whatever. So I wiggled that wire real quick and I heard the relay kick on, so I figured it was something to do with that. Pulled it apart, and sure enough, it was all the way down. So I connected it back, and then I just connected this right here to a ground, connected it in, and you could hear all the sensors. If the key's turned on and you plug that in, all your relays will do something. So if they're not doing something, most likely your sensor's bad. So that's kind of a way to test that sensor before you put it in. Just ground it out to something and turn your key on and plug it in. And when you plug it in, it should set off your relays. If it doesn't, which mine wasn't at first until I figured out this wire was down, and I pushed it in, then all my relays would do something. So then I figured try it with this one, and I would just plug it in and you'd hear all my relays click. So that's kind of a quick way to test that. I'll make another video when I get this back together of testing that, because I think that's kind of a cool little way to test it. But right on. Try that.